Aló.
Ok.
Ok, Dani, ya estoy lista. Estaba dando unas indicaciones aquí.
Ok, perfect. Marla. Good evening.
Good evening, mister.
Okay, Marla, how are you today, Marla?
I'm fine. I'm doing fine. Thanks, God. Everything is all right. What about you?
Okay, I'm great. Thank you for asking, Marla. Okay, Marla, for today, our lesson is about learning English. It is a great topic for us.
Yes, but an interesting topic.
Yes, of course. Marla, uh, before to start, I need to know about why do you consider it is important to know or to study English?
Well, I think that there are many reasons,
Yeah.
but I think that one of the most important reasons is that there is too much noise. Hello.
Okay, go ahead, Marla.
Okay, I think that one of the most important reasons to learn English is because that is the universal language.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean it's the common language which we can communicate. For example, if you go to another place, or if you talk to any people to another place, to another country, to another language, there will be, maybe you don't know how to speak that language, uh, but there must but there will be a common language between people, which is English. So English is considered the lingua franca because it's the common language in the world. So that's why I think that is important to learn English.
Yes, of course, absolutely right, Marla. Great job, great answer. Okay, thank you. Winston,
Yes,
good evening.
teacher. Good evening, sir. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you for asking. And you?
Me too. I just came from job, so but no problem. I'm here. What's the topic,
Okay,
sir?
perfect. Yeah. Winston, our topic for today is learning English.
Learning English.
Yes, of course. It is a great topic for us.
Okay.
You know.
Yes, of course,
Okay,
because it's the matter that
Winston, before we start this lesson, why do you consider or why do you consider know or to study English?
as we know, English is the universal language. So if you consider to travel to another countries, sometimes it's necessary. Yes, because they
Yes,
don't
of course.
speak your own language. So we have to look for that language that permits to communicate to each other.
Yes,
Yes,
of
so for
course.
that reason, it's necessary to learn English. Yes.
Yes, of course. Absolutely right, Vincent. It is a
Mhm.
great answer, great job. Okay, guys, let's continue with the first slide. Okay, here you can see 10 reasons to study English. Okay,
Yes.
okay. The first one is the most commonly spoken language of the world. Do
Mhm.
you agree or disagree with this reason, Marla?
Totally agree, of course. As I told you before, that the
Yeah.
English is the common language in the world.
Yes, of course. Okay, guys. What about you, Vincent?
Yes,
Most commonly spoken language of the world.
yes, totally agree. Because we can find different countries, and in those countries, English is like the second language. Yes.
Yes, of course.
So many countries have English like a second language. So most of people talk in English.
Yes, of course, absolutely right. Okay, Marla, what about the second one? Increases the chances of getting a good paying job.
Well, yes, it's totally true. When we know how to speak English, so that uh, increase the chances of getting a better.
Okay, yes, of course. What about you, Winston? Thank you, Marla.
Yes, increases the opportunity to get a job. I just told you uh, English is the second language in some countries. So for business, maybe it's necessary in some places to communicate with other people who speak that language, and they are not. It's not possible to communicate in your own. So yes, it increases your opportunity to get a job.
Okay, perfect, Winston. Thank you. Thank you, Winston. Great job, great answer. Okay, guys. What do you think about this? The nine reason Winston and Marla. A variety of school courses are taught in English.
I don't
Marla.
know. Maybe not in. Um, I don't know when they say a variety of school courses. I don't know what do they mean. Um, because in Colombia, there
Yeah.
are some schools, bilingual school, which teach some courses in English. But I don't know if I mean they are um like some schools in Colombia, no more of them. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, Marla. Thank you. Okay, the last one for Winston. Winston, what about language or media industry and language or internet? What do you think about?
Yes, teacher, I'm agree with 5 and 6 also.
Yeah.
Yes, they are trying. Different countries are trying to introduce the language to many people, to other countries. So because it's a way to get more people or introduce people to learn that language. So they change the web pages in the internet. For example, if you watch TV movies, also the main language is English. So it's in order to get more people, just to introduce people to learn the language. Maybe it's a good method.
Yes, of course. Absolutely right, Winston. Great job. Okay, guys, let's continue with the following slide. Okay, Marla, why are you learning English? How will you use the English you learn? Tell me about it.
Well, I consider that I'm learning English first because I like.
Yeah,
I want to add like a plus to my professional career.
yeah,
Um, um, and I think that I will use my English, of course, in my job. And I don't know, in every aspect that I can use the language.
yes, of course. Okay, perfect. Marla, thank you. Great job. Winston, what about you, Winston?
Mm, and try. Okay, in this case, I learn English, so but I want to improve it in order to make it better. Yes. As you know, English, most of the English language is vocabulary. So it's necessary to continue learning language. It's necessary to learn different things, different methods to teach, um, different approaches, teaching approaches. Also, in my job is necessary. Yes, the place which I work, they are trying to get in the English language. Yes, for the students. So it's necessary to learn it, to continue learning English, teacher.
Okay, perfect, Vincent and Marla. I have another question for you. Is it easy or difficult to use the English you learn, Marla?
Could you please repeat the question? I didn't understand. I didn't hear you.
Okay. Is it easy or difficult to use English you learn?
To use English?
Yeah, it is difficult or easy to use right now.
Okay, if it's easy or difficult to use English
Yeah,
right
you
now.
learn. Yeah,
The English that I learned, of course. I mean, if we live in a place in a country where English is taken as a second language, I mean that is not easy, okay? Because
yeah,
you don't have like the environment to put in practice the language. I mean, you don't have like the need to to use the language. So that
yeah,
is difficult when you are in a place where English is not a necessity in the environment. You know what I mean?
yes, absolutely right, Marla. Vincent, what about you, Vincent? It is easy or difficult to use English you learn?
As a second language is difficult. Yes, we have to spend time. Yes, it's necessary to spend at least 1 year. Yes, learning the different structure, tenses, the different vocabulary that is necessary to communicate with other person. So for me, it's a little difficult. Yes, maybe if you study English in, for example, in United States, in another country when the English is the principal language, yes, it'll be better. It's because you are in the environment all the time, you are listening, you are trying to communicate with the other people. Yes, but here it's difficult.
Yes, of course. Okay, thank you, guys. Let's continue with the following slide. Okay, Vincent and Marla, which of these do you do? Attend English class at school. Learn English with a tutor, private teacher, or study English yourself. One you own. What activity do you do, Marla?
Well, I when I started studying English, I did it by my own because
Yeah.
I like it and I was interested in the language. But then I entered to an English course, and now I'm at the university studying this career. But I
Okay.
have never had like a private teacher or something. No, that is for rich people.
Okay. Thank you, Marla. What about you, Vincent?
Um, okay, in my case, I used to attend English classes at a school.
Yeah.
Um, for that reason, I learn English. Yes, so far I'm trying to learn by my own. Yes, I'm trying to get better every day, reading and listening and watching videos. Yes, so I'm trying
Yes.
to improve my English by my own.
Okay, perfect. Vincent and Marla. Okay, guys. Let's continue with the following slide. Okay. Marla and Vincent, what materials you use for learning English? Go ahead.
Well, I enjoy singing music in English and listening music in English.
Yeah.
I watch movies in English too. I mean, I try to avoid the subtitle. I mean, without subtitles.
Yeah.
I have to read articles in English. And then I practice English with native people through social networks. So um, so it's what I use. And as I'm an English teacher, I also practice with the activities that of my students. When I put to them some worksheet or some activities or some evaluation, I always do those activities with them too. So I use that like a practicing for me.
Okay, Marla, thank you. Great job. Great answer. Vincent, what about you, Vincent? What material do you use for learning English?
I usually use frequently. I use guidebooks. Yes, guidebooks. Also, because I love watch movies, so most of the vocabulary that I know has been watching movies. So reading the subtitle is in English. Also, sometimes I use a lot the internet. Yes, my Facebook also. Yes, I'm trying to change everything in English. Yes, in order to read to get more new vocabulary. You know, so that's
Okay,
what I do.
okay, perfect, Marla and Vincent. Great job, great answer. Let's continue with the following slide. Okay, Vincent and Marla, how long or since when have you been learning English? How long?
Well, as I told you before, um, I I was interested in learning English since I was in elementary school, in primary school.
Yeah.
Um, I always I always was like the best students in English. Um, um, I mean, when I was a children, I like to. When I was a child, I'm sorry. When I was a child, I liked to do translations in English. I was good doing translations, just translations. I saw that is why I was like good in that. But then when I started in the English course, so I start like saying words in English. I don't consider that I know how to speak English. No, maybe I can like communicate as well as, but
Okay.
I know that todavía falta bastante.
Okay, perfect, Marla. Thank you, great job. Vincent, what about you, Vincent? Since when, how long have you been learning English?
I've been learning English since 2010. Yes, really. Because when I was in high school, I didn't pay attention to this matter. Yes, I didn't have a good teacher who make this topic interesting. To get the attention from the students. So when I was in high school, I didn't pay attention to learn um, English. Yes, neither English nor French. Not French. So I started learning English about 10 years, no, 7 years ago, 8 years ago. Yes.
Okay. Okay, Vincent, what reason will do change?
Excuse me, teacher. Repeat the question again, please.
Okay, Vincent, what reason will do change your opinion about English?
What reason will do?
Will do
Mhm.
change your opinion about English? Or you learn English.
Okay, I know what a teacher. Let me help you, Winston. As you told us that you when you were in the school you didn't pay attention to English, so teacher wants to ask you why. I mean, what was the reason why you changed
Hello.
Okay, Vincent, do you understand the question?
Teacher, I haven't heard the question totally. Yes,
Okay,
I have
no
heard
problem.
it for part. For that reason, I don't understand what you mean.
Okay, no problem. Can you read in the chat?
Uh, yes. What reason did? Uh-huh. Ah, okay, I got it. So, what reason did I change my opinion?
Yeah.
No, it's because of my job, you know. So I am wanted in combat. So I had the opportunity to study English, yes, in order to become a teacher. Yes, for that reason, I was
Okay,
moved
perfect.
to Bogota and I started to learn it. Yes, and I got my interest, you know. Yes. Um, right now, okay, I work as a basic English teacher. So I'm very interested in learning more things. Yes. So for
Okay,
that reason,
perfect.
yes. But when I was in high school, you know, at that time, we didn't have the different means in order to learn it. Yes, the government also didn't pay or uh, spend how do you say that? Spend time in order to change the different programs. Yes, in order that people learn that language. For example, in high school, I spent 6 months learning verb to be, you know, because all the teacher, yes, repeat the same topic. Mhm.
Yes, of course. Okay, Vincent, great job. The answer. Okay, guys, let's continue with the following slide. Okay, guys, is it effective to practice English your own with ready-made material and checking your own progress? What do you think about Marla?
um it depends. I mean, it is
Yeah,
effective in it is effective if you like to practice English, if you like to learn English. Okay? And you must be very applied, of course. You must be very responsible and dedicated, you know?
yeah,
But otherwise, it will not work. It won't work.
yeah. Okay, thank you, Marla. What about you, Vincent? What do you think? Is it effective to practice English your own with ready-made material and checking your own progress? What do you think about this question?
All depend of the interest that you have. I have met many people who have learned English by their own. So I think if you are very interested in learn something, yes, and you have the time, you can do a good job. Yes, so could be effective. Learn English by your own. Maybe you got some doubts, but using internet, in internet you can find many people who can help you, yes, to solve that problem, to figure it out. Also in YouTube you can search for tutors who can explain the different topics that maybe you don't understand. So I think could be effective, could be.
Yes, of course. Okay, I have another question for you. Okay, Marla, what is your opinion about learning English and learning Spanish? What do you consider is more difficult?
Of course, learning Spanish is more difficult than learning English.
Yeah. What do you consider that situation or that reason?
I don't know because maybe because the
Spanish.
grammar, the Spanish grammar, the Spanish syntax. I mean, Spanish is more complex in many things, in many ways. Um, I'm not an Spanish. I'm not a Spanish
I agree.
teacher, but I have seen, of course, subjects, Spanish subject, and I consider that it's more difficult Spanish.
Yeah, of course, you're right. Okay, thank you, Marla. What about you, Vincent? What do you consider?
For us, because Spanish is our first language, it was easy. But for people who want to learn it, it's difficult. Yes, so I
Yes, of
consider
course.
English is easier to learn than Spanish. Yes, because of okay, Spanish have different, like Amanda said, different syntax, the different grammar. The grammar is more complicated to learn, to explain. Um, Also, the different words, mhm, the articles. You have to learn a lot of
Yeah,
things.
yes, of course, absolutely right. The Spanish is very complicated for foreign people learn about it.
Yes.
Okay, okay, guys, let's continue with the following slide. Marla and Vincent, do you do grammar exercise based on real life situation?
How come I didn't get that question? Did you do grammar exercises based on real life situation?
Yeah.
Um, yes, I guess. Um, I don't understand like the sense of the question.
Yeah, it is a strange question. Okay, no problem.
I, I mean, I know what is the meaning of the question, of course, but I don't know. I mean, how come based on real life situation? I mean, there are um, grammar exercises which are not based in real life situation. I don't know.
Yeah,
Okay, but yes, yes, I do grammar exercise. Online could be online, my own, just to practice. I like to do exercise, grammar exercise, to practice and test my English level.
yes, of course. Okay, Marla, thank you. Vincent, what about you, Vincent? Do you do grammar exercise based on real life situation?
Yes, of course, teacher, is better to remember the patterns. So
Yeah,
also in my teaching classes, I used to teach grammar using real life situations. Yes, because the student can in some time when they are speaking, they can relate it to that situation and remember the topic. Yes,
yes.
so it's better to do grammar exercises based on real life situations.
Okay, guys, I have another question for you. do you consider it is important to learn grammar, English grammar? Do you consider it
Of,
is important, Marla?
of course, it is. It may part of the English abilities. So,
Yeah,
I mean, I think that is important to learn a grammar, but um, it's not like the main thing, you know. That's why in the past, when we studied, teachers focused their teaching just in grammar. Okay,
yeah,
that's why people before didn't learn to speak English. People just learn to write English, to make sentence in English, to translate in English, to
yeah,
translate in English. But people didn't learn to speak because teacher never speak in English. So I think that grammar is important. Of course, it is important, but it is not like everything of learning English.
okay, perfect. Marla, thank you, great job, great answer. Vincent, what about you, Vincent? What do you think about
No,
this question?
I think that all depend um, for what you need it. Yes, because if it's only for communicate, it's not necessary to learn it. Yes, I have met many people who speak English and they don't pay attention if they say the words correctly, the different patterns, because
Yeah,
it's only for communicating. Uh, but as you know, English has four skills, so it's necessary to learn it. Yes, how to speak correctly, how to write correctly, yes, how to read it. So, for example, if you have the chance to go to a university, yes, in the university, you have to learn how to write good a sentence well. Yes,
yeah,
so it's necessary to learn all of these skills. Yes, it's like a person who learn speak Spanish and they don't know how to write it.
yes, of course, absolutely right, Vincent. Okay, guys, thank you. Great job, great answer, Marla and Vincent. Let's continue with the following slide. Okay, it is a good question for you, Marla and Vincent. Vincent, how do you practice speaking English? How do you practice speaking English?
Easy and speaking is the only way. So
Yeah,
I have an interactive program. For example,
yeah,
a Rosetta Stone. So in Rosetta Stone, they have a program who you can speak and they evaluate your pronunciation. But it's better if
yeah,
you practice with some foreign people. Yes. In this case,
yeah,
you can practice with using internet. In internet, there are many chats that are possible to practice with people from other countries. Yes.
yes,
So
of
the
course.
only way is speaking. That's it.
Yes, of course. Okay, thank you, Vincent. Marla, what about you, Marla? Marla, are you there? Marla,
They have the microphone off.
yes, of course. I think Marla is also. Marla, are you there? Okay, Vincent, I have another question for you.
Yes.
Vincent, have you ever,
Esta es una conferencia. Hello.
have you ever,
Hello, I'm
okay,
here.
Okay,
okay,
Marla.
Marla, okay, perfect.
But
You are
I
there.
was talking alone because I saw you.
Marla. A connection problem, Vincent. Okay, Vincent, I have another
Yes,
question
teacher.
for you.
Tell me. Marla came back, teacher.
Can you hear me?
Marla.
Yeah.
Okay, Marla. Marla, go ahead.
Hello.
Hello, Marla. How do you practice speaking English?
Which one? How do I practice in English?
Yeah.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, go ahead, Marla. Go ahead.
Okay. I practice speaking English.
Yeah, Oscar, go ahead.
Well, I practice speaking English at the school where I work because that is a bilingual school. It's mandatory. Okay. Outside of my job, I try to online courses, and I keep in touch with a native friend who speaks very good English, and I try to learn a lot from him.
Yeah. Okay, Marla, thank you.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, I have another question for you. Marla and Quincy.
Okay.
Marla, have you ever talked with native speaker English?
Yes, of course. As I told you before, through the social networks,
Yeah.
I have some friends which are who are native speaking English,
Yeah.
and I work with one. I mean, a friend of a coworker, which is native too. So I
Ah,
like to practice English with him, and I think that I learned too much from him.
okay, perfect, Marla. It's a great strategy for learning English. Okay, Marla, thank you. Winston, what about you, Winston? Have you ever
Thank you.
talked with native speaker English?
Yes, teacher. I have had many opportunities to practice my English with them.
Yeah.
Also, when I was on a tour uh, in my place of work, we have foreign people from the United States. The only problem is that sometimes they want to learn English and we are interested to practice our, they want to practice the Spanish and we want
Yeah.
to practice our English. So, okay, that is a difficult situation that maybe could happen. Yes,
Yes,
but
of course.
when I have the opportunity, okay, I practice my English with them. Yes.
Yes, of course. You want to learn English? Okay, guys, let's continue with the slide.
Pásame ahí, pero
Okay, Winston, what do you use to improve listening ability? Okay, Marla. Marla, what do you use to improve your listening ability?
Um, well, I think that listening skill is one of the most difficult. Um,
Yeah.
but I try to watch movies in English without subtitle, and I and I want to know. I like to know how much I can understand while I am doing while I am watching the films. Um, I also like to listen to news and series, TV series in
Yeah.
English too. I like to listen to music, and as I told you, when I'm doing an exercise with my students, I do the exercise with them. You know, I take a sheet of paper and I start working with them as I were as if I were a student too. You know, because I know that I have to 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 study or to practice this ability because for me it's one of the most difficult listening.
Yes, of course. Absolutely right. I agree with you, Marla. Winston, what about you?
Okay, I used to I improve my listening, practicing with different links in internet. You can find different links for practicing your listening for comprehension. Yes. Also, I use guidebooks. They follow dictations. So mm, yes, that is a good way to improve your listening skill.
Okay, yes, of course, absolutely right. Winston, I agree with you. Okay, guys, let's continue with the following slide. Okay, Marla and Winston, in what ways find your English vocabulary?
Well, I expand my vocabulary doing vocabulary exercises. Um, and something what I do is when I see a word or when I see words in English that are unknown for me, I don't know those words. I always try to look for the meaning
Yeah,
and um, and I try to use that word when there is a word that I don't know. Um, I look for the meaning and I try to use that word in my. I try to I don't know how to say that to add that word to my lexicon.
yes, of course. Word or more vocabulary.
Yes.
Okay, Marla, thank you. Winston, what about you? In what way do you expand your English vocabulary?
I expand my English vocabulary reading, uh, watching movies with subtitles. Also, I try uh, to do something that is most of the people do in the United States. Um, they use the word of the day. It refers to learn one word each day. Yeah, so it changed during a year. It's possible to learn 365 words. So it's a good way to expand your vocabulary also. Um, or
Yes,
another strategy that I use is when I learn some word, I try to look for the synonyms. Yes,
yes,
and practice
yes, of course.
with doing different exercises. Yes, interactive exercises in internet. So all the time I'm reading. Yes, also change. Remember, I told you that I changed everything in English. My computer set up, my Facebook. So all the time I'm trying to get involved in the language.
Yes, of course, absolutely. It is a good strategy. It is difficult.
cuenta lo de
Marla.
Yes, I'm here. Tell me.
Okay, Marla. Marla, what is your opinion about phrasal verb? Do you consider it is too difficult to learn about it?
Phrasal verb.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I don't remember what are the phrasal verbs. Could you give me an example?
Do you know what is the meaning of phrasal verbs?
I know what is phrasal verb, but just tell me an example of phrasal verb and I get it and I remember.
Yes, of course. For example, the verb get up.
Get up. Oh, okay, so like the verb, like our compost verb.
Yeah, of course. Phrasal verb, it is the same.
What do I think about those verbs? Yeah, yes, like they are like difficult to teach. They are difficult to teach because students sometimes don't understand why how can you use those verbs, and they don't understand why those verbs are composed of an action and a preposition, for example, in some cases.
Yeah.
So it's kind of difficult to teach those phrasal verbs.
Yes, of course. What do you consider it is the better strategy to learn this phrasal verb?
Well, when I teach those verbs, I just give the students like a list of the most common phrasal verbs.
Yeah.
And so we do some activities with those phrasal verbs, and they learn to use it. I mean, but like a short list, because you know that there are many, and students maybe don't know how to handle those amounts of verbs. You know, so that's why we have to choose like the more common and try to teach to the students
Yes.
in that way.
Okay, perfect, Marla. Thank you. Winston,
Okay.
what your phrasal verb? There.
Yes, teacher, tell me.
Okay, Winston, what is your opinion about phrasal verb? Do you consider it is too difficult to learn these verbs?
A little bit, because some students are not accustomed to use um, okay, phrasal verb is more complex to teach because you have to learn a verb plus the preposition, you know. So
Yeah.
there are many meanings for the verb, and it's possible they use different prepositions, so they change the meaning easy. Yes, so it's necessary to learn phrasal verb by context in
Yeah.
order to remember them correctly. Yes, so it's a little difficult. It's a little difficult. Hmm?
Okay, perfect. You know, these verbs are very common. Winston and Marla.
Excuse me, teacher.
You know, these verbs are very common when you are in English.
Yes, maybe many native speakers use phrasal verbs.
Yeah, phrasal verb.
Yes. Mhm. So sometimes I prefer to learn the most common for them
Yeah.
because there are many. There are many.
Yes, of course, absolutely right. It is necessary to learn about it.
For example, if you learn the verb get, get has a lot of meaning using preposition. For example,
Yes,
get
the
in,
verb
get out, get up, get on, get off. Okay. Hmm?
it is a complicated verb. Get.
Yes.
Okay, guys. Thank you. Great job. Great answer. Congratulations. Okay, guys,
Es
let's
que cuando
continue
usted
with
llega
the
a la
following
puerta
slide.
ya tenía eso listo, o sea, esa gente sabe llegar y enseguida ya sirviendo enseguida y bueno, ya y un rato ahí después, ya,
Hello, ¿quién habla?
ahí después ya, eso es todo,
Okay, perfect.
nada complicado.
Ay, por favor, desactiven el micrófono, eso.
Marla,
Hello.
I hear you.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, tell me, mister.
Okay, Marla, do you also make up your own sample of conversation sentence and examples of vocabulary used in sentences? It is a difficult question. Make up or your own samples.
Well, yeah, sometimes I have done that. Sometimes I create like conversation
Yeah.
for my students. I don't know if that is the sense of the question. If I make up your own my own samples of conversation, sentence, and sample of vocabulary using the sentence, okay, that is called like I don't know how to say that. Okay, but I know that I have done that in my classes with my
Yes.
students because I sometimes I have to use like my own material to teach something and a specific topic to my students.
Yes.
You know, maybe in this moment I don't remember a specific example that I have used, but I know that I have done that in some cases.
Yes, of course. Okay, Marla, thank you. Winston, what about you, Winston? Winston, are you there?
Yes, teacher. Excuse me. This is slide. Do you also make up your
Yes. Do you also make up your own sample of conversation?
conversation sentence and example of the sentence? My own examples.
Yeah.
Yes, sometimes. When maybe my students don't understand some words, I try to explain them by using my own examples. Yes, according to different situation that I had. So yes.
Of course. Okay.
Sometimes it's a little difficult because you are trying to explain and get the words to explain that, and sometimes it's necessary to look for a book help. Yes, but most of the time I use my own sentences for conversation and vocabulary use.
Okay. Perfect, Winston and Marla. Great job, great answer. Let's continue with the following slide. Okay. It is another question.
Do you sometimes communicate in English?
Sometimes communicate in English with native English speaker. In what ways?
Only speaking.
Yes.
Yes, only speaking. For example, chatting sometimes. Yes,
Yeah.
I have many friends from other countries that I have met during my tours, different courses that I have taken in the United States. So I communicate by chatting, sometimes testing. Yes, when I am work in my job, and I have the opportunity to talk with the person from the different companies. I practice my speaking, only speaking. That's it. So speaking and chatting.
Yes. Okay. Perfect, Winston. Marla, what about you? You have a coworker. You say
Yes, I told you. I told you that yes, I have I keep in touch with native English speakers through through WhatsApp. In fact, we have a group, where we can interact with some native friends. And I have a friend of mine which who work with me, and he's native too.
Okay,
Okay.
Marla. Yes, of course. Okay, Marla, thank you. Great job,
Okay.
great answer. Okay, guys, let's continue with the following slide. Marla and Vincent, what typical mistake, Vincent, tell me about it. What typical mistake do you make?
One of the common mistakes that I make is in my speaking because um, we are from the coast, so it's common to skip the last consonant in some words.
Yeah,
Yes, so because it's a mistake that I use that I make with my own language. Yes, also it reflects to the second language. Yes,
yes,
so I was evaluated from people in the United States, and they all the time were telling me, okay, that thing,
yes,
So, mm,
of course.
so
Okay,
it's
thank
the
you.
most common mistake that I make.
Yes, they are saying it is difficult to learn
There's
sometimes.
sometimes also because you are focused only in the speaking, you don't pay attention to some words, the correctly way to speak. Yes. For example, use the articles or sometimes using prepositions
Yes,
also because preposition is also a difficult topic to learn.
to
Yes.
learn. Yes, of course. Okay, you turn, Marla. Thank you, Vincent.
Mhm.
Marla, what about you? Marla, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Marla, okay.
Chao, mira, no seas grosera.
Answer. What difficult mistake do you make? When you are,
Oh my God, I can count how many mistakes do I have when I speak English.
yes, of course.
A typical for example, I don't remember now a typical mistake, but I'm pretty sure that there are many mistakes that I commit while I talk.
Yes, but what about,
I don't know. Tell me, ask to Vincent. Maybe if you say I can remember mistake, do I?
yes, what about preposition? When you are using preposition in the sentence, it is too easy to do, or you think it is difficult to, Marla?
To use preposition, hello.
Yes, preposition for me is, I agree with Vincent. It is difficult to use when you are talking with people.
Yes, of course they are difficult to use too. And there are like some common preposition that I use, but there are another one that I can use, that I want to use, but I
Esta semana
never
no he hecho
use.
nada, no he hecho nada. Tengo los 6 talleres completicos ahí.
Okay, go ahead, Marla.
Hello,
Yes, of course. Go ahead,
hello.
Marla.
Uh, mhm.
Yeah, of course. Go ahead.
No, I have finished. I have done. I
Okay,
don't know.
okay, no problem, Marla. Okay, Marla and Vincent, thank you. Let's continue with the following slide. Okay, Marla and Winston, what is the most difficult thing about learning English? Marla, what do you think?
Well, I think that there are two skills that are the more difficult, are the visible skill, like listening and speaking, of course. I think that they are like the most difficult skills to learn. Um, but it depends on the effort that you do and the dedication that you have while learning English. Um, mm, but yes, that is like the most difficult skill that I think that is
Yes,
difficult to learn.
difficult to learn a lot when you are studying English. Okay, Marla, thank you.
Okay.
Winston, what about you, Winston?
Um, one of the most difficult thing about learning English is to learn idioms.
Yes, idiom it is difficult. Yes, it is a good topic.
Yes, very hard, teacher, to learn idioms. Sometimes we think that it's been something and result that it's been another thing. Yes.
Yeah, in another
So
country.
we have to memorize them. We have to practice it a lot in contests. So sometimes they are too long, yes, to learn. So the most difficult thing in English to learn is idioms. Yes. Uh, so when you use a lot of idioms in your speaking, because you have to spend a lot of time learning this language. Yes, maybe spend a lot of time living in United States, so it's common for you to use it. Yes. Also, the listening, yes, also is difficult. Yes, but you can improve it practicing. Um, and the pronunciation, yes. As you know, we try to repeat the phoneme, yes, but there are some sounds that only a native speaker can pronounce it, yes. For example, the different kind of to say a, yes. We have only one a is a. Yes, they have three different ways to pronounce a, you know.
Yeah,
Yes, so different phonemes.
yeah,
So sometimes we think that we are saying the word correctly, but uh, the word is different pronunciation. So I think those
yes,
three are the most difficult things about learning English: idioms, listening, and the phonemes.
yes, of course, absolutely right, Winston. Idiom, it is not a piece of cake to learn this topic.
No, it's not a piece of cake. Uh-uh.
It's not a piece of cake.
It's not like to take a candy from a baby, you know.
Yes, of course. Take it easy. No problem. You practice make perfect. Take it easy.
Yes, that's right.
Okay, Winston and Marla, you are the best. Okay, congratulations, Marla
Thank
and
you, thank
Winston.
you.
Okay, let's continue with the last slide for today. Okay, I think it is the post. Sorry, what areas of English are you best at pronunciation, grammar, vocabulary, and what are the best? What are you the best? Winston, pronunciation, grammar, vocabulary, listening, comprehension, speaking, reading, or writing.
I can't. Okay, sorry.
Go ahead, Marla. The ladies first.
Okay, Marla, no problem.
Thank
First,
you.
you say.
No, I wasn't gonna say anything special. So I think that I'm maybe good on grammar, because it's the easiest thing. Um, I don't know, maybe vocabulary. Um, um, I don't know. I mean, we can know like everything, all of those skills, but
Yeah.
saying like best at something, I could say that in nothing.
Cool. Marla, what about the writing? Do you consider it is
I mean,
good?
as I told you, I know maybe I can have like like notions in pronunciation, in grammar, in vocabulary, and all of them listening, of course, because I'm an English teacher, and speaking and reading and writing, of course, because I have done all of those. But when you say you are best,
Yes. Or
is I mean, it's something
yes.
I don't know how to say that. I mean,
A
something
high level.
strong. It's
A
something
high
when you
level.
say best. I don't know. I don't know, but I cannot say if I am best in all of those. No, I can say that, man. Maybe I could have
Okay. Okay.
like a regular level in all of those, but I don't consider myself good or best in any of those skills. Maybe a native person maybe could say that. No, I can say that. If you ask me that question, in my native language in Spanish, of course I can say I'm best in that. I'm very good in this or that. But in English, no, no.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Score.
Ya, hay una papa con
Winston, Winston, what do you know about this? Winston, are you there?
Yes, teacher. Can you hear me?
Yes. Score. It's your turn, Winston. What areas of English are you best?
Um, okay, I agree with Marla. Yeah, because we have to
Yeah.
spend a lot of time in order to say that you are best in some skill. Yes, but I do a great job in grammar. Yes, uh, grammar vocabulary is very complex because there are many meanings. Pronunciation also,
Yes.
the phonemes. Listening is a difficult skill also to learn. Speaking, you are thinking that you are speaking right, so maybe for native speaker, yes. Reading is the same situation. You have to learn a lot of words, yes, in order to read perfect. Writing, maybe, yes, but I do a good job in grammar. But it's not the best. I'm not the best area. We have to spend a lot of time in order to improve those.
Yes, Score. Okay, guys. Marla and Winston. For today is all. Thank you for coming.
Okay, thank you so much, Dairo and Vincent. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Score, thank you. Okay, Winston, I remember check the email and sign in the Google Drive. Okay,
Okay, so that is for what?
evaluation.
For the evaluation. Okay. So
Yeah,
it's on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday only.
yes. Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday.
Okay, teacher. I'm going to try to arrange my schedule maybe for Monday. Okay, no problem. I'm gonna see the email in order to organize it.
Okay, perfect. Okay, guys. See you at the next class. Bye bye. Have a nice weekend.
Thank you,
Okay,
teacher.
bye bye, you too. Thank you.
See you, Marla. Okay.
Okay, Winston and Amanda. Bye bye.